Hi, this is Kathy, and I am doing a reading for the collective. It's a general reading on the all signs reading for July 15th through July 21st. And as we're stepping into this reading, we're in the third week of July, and July is really creating this momentum, and things are moving forward, and they're moving very quick and fast. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the positions we're reading for. The first one is on the right upper, and that's going to be you right now. This is you as we're right here in this moment doing this reading. And then right below it is the position of a reflection of what you're looking at. Moving into the bottom, which would be what is hidden. What does the divine want you to see in this reading? And then we move over to the left, and this is moving clockwise into that co-creation with the divine. This means that you've looked at it. You're looking at the codes here. You're seeing things. Your things are reflecting for you, and then we move into that co-creation with the divine, so we could go in and clear whatever the static is. And then we move right up into that upper left, and that is the place of particles of possibility. These are all the particles of possibility that could come in with this reading. And then it's moving up into that upper number, and that is the place of where you're moving and clearing and working with this reading. And then it brings in the particles of probability, which means that you now can connect because you cleared everything. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the Lu, Ska, and the 33 and clear. And here are the three codes. This is what we're doing is we're working with the evolution symbol itself, and we're going to bring in that reading. We're going to bring in the Lu, which is the luminous, the Ska, which is the scalar, and then the 33, which is the expression. So these are the three codes that we're working with. So now that we know the positions and what we're reading about, let's go in and cancel, clear, and delete the negative ohm codes that's kind of blocking your really being able to step into this reading. So we're going to clear away with a negative code that we're seeing. And so the negative code that we're clearing with the Lu, Ska, and the 33 is the -7, the -5, the -4, the -3, the -1, and the -2. And what that's basically doing is allowing things to just float away. Anything that's stopping you from hearing the message and being inspired by the message, it's just dissolving. It's allowing you to step into this safe space of the 5, which is allowing you to step into the 5, which is accepting change. And that 4 is a level of creating a very solid foundation. With that 4, then the -4, we're clearing away anything that's blocking that. And then we bring in the -3, which is that block where you can't allow the creativity to come in. It's like there's a kind of like a stop. You start and stop. And then we move into the 1, which is the -1, and that's the place of not stepping into your mastery. That 1 is the space of wayshower. You're the wayshower, and you're seeing it very clearly after we clear this anything to stop it. And then the last code is the -2. And that's not allowing the the collaboration to come in to move forward with what this reading is offering. So now let's go in and read the positive of these numbers after we've just allowed that negative code just to dissipate and move into random space and just allow that DNA to be cleared so that we can bring in the positive code. But let's read the cards first. And so the first card is that 8. And that 8 represents the Scorpio energy, and it is the magician. And it actually holds the abundance that is allowing you to move forward with the abundance outside of timelines. The abundance turns on, and it's like turning on the Midas touch. And then we move into the 2, which is that awakening level. It's the Taurus. It's the communicator and connector. And what we're seeing is that communicator takes the first action step in bringing an idea into creation. So you're able to express what it is you're being inspired with. And then we move down to the bottom, which is that 24. And that's the Virgo, which is the reprogrammer pioneer. This is the ability to break looping cycles of generations, life, and in that life and death cycle. It's really being able to see and hold a new code. This is living from the place of having the courage and seeking your highest potential. And then we move over to the 13, which is holding the position of Cancer. It's the alchemist and the constructor. This creates new form beyond timelines, high frequency structure in the frequency of 963. It's building foundation and holding that higher spin state for a longer period of time. And then we move up into that 3, and that's really being able to bring in these particles of possibility. And it brings in that awakening level where you're starting to really catch the wave of creation. And then we move up to that 17, which is the Scorpio energy. And it's being able to bring in the magic and abundance. And so you start with that 8 in the awakening level, and you move around and bring in these frequencies, and then we end with the embodiment level of that 8. So you start with an 8 and you end with an 8. And so now we're going to go in, and we're going to bring in the reading, and we're going to bring in the negative codes. Everything that we just talked about and where there were blocks, we're going to bring in a negative code to be able to clear and cancel and delete and bring in the higher frequencies of this reading. So the negative code is -7, -5, -4, -3, -1, and -2. And so that is allowing it to just come in. It's moving into the master cell. It's moving up to the ascended DNA. And we're taking it all the way up into the pineal gland. And as we're holding this code in the pineal gland, we're watching that negative code just start to dissipate. And it's preparing the way for the epigenetic code to be able to hold the higher frequencies that we're going to read in the next moment. So this little bit of coding that we're seeing is that 8 is allowing the collaboration with the soul family member to really create a higher code for all. That 13, what you are bringing in is this embodiment level of the 4, which is just creating a new frequency. And then we move into that 3, which is creativity. And that could move into what you're connecting to, which is something that's going to benefit everybody concerned. And then we move into that 17th, which is the Scorpio, and it's holding the intelligence of living outside of time, your ability to hold wealth and abundance, and shift anything that is focused into that abundance. And so now we're bringing in a I am card, which is going to be the bridge to bring you into this new frequency that's coming in. And I think it's very interesting that it's an 8, which is that abundance frequency. And what we've got here is I am natural. Give yourself the gift of your own presence, because we're feeling this inside. And it's just naturally bringing in this higher frequency of your own presence, and it's clearing all timelines. It's bringing you into this beautiful state of the gift that you're giving yourself. This is the bridge. Now we're going to bring in the positive code. And the positive code is based on the power of these cards. And so let's bring in the positive code. We're going to code you now. And it's bringing in the positive code that's really bringing in the opportunity of this reading. So we're bringing in a positive 8, a positive 2, a positive 6, a positive 4, a positive 3, and a positive 8. And then also we're bringing in that positive 8 of the I am card that we're bringing in. And so let's do a summary of what this reading is suggesting. What this reading is offering is it suggests that the number codes facilitate a flow state, aligning energies for a collaboration, soul family effort in mastery. It starts with inspiration, synchronicity, and creativity, leading to a new project, enabled by source intelligence and collective co-creation. And it will benefit all inspired to say yes. So this is your reading for July 15th through the 21st. And now there's going to be, now there's one more card that we're bringing in, and this is the highest level of the number language, the language of numbers. And this particular code is bringing that 6 forward, and that 6 is it's the reprogrammer and pioneer. And so what this is bringing in is it's turning on the codes, and it's turning on your ascended DNA. And this is that space of mastery. It is living from a space, seeking your highest potential. And this brings me to that with that soul family, which is why I'm looking at this in the way that you're going to have an opportunity for you and a soul family member to bring in something new, brand new, and just to bring in something new. And it will be a very beautiful collaboration. So I created this slide, which is the summary of your reading from July to July 21st. And with all the momentum that is happening on the planet, I'm just going to summarize. This reading suggests that the number codes facilitate a flow state, aligning energies for a collaborative soul family effort in mastery. It starts with inspiration, synchronicity, and creativity, leading to a new project enabled by source intelligence and collective co-creation, beneficial to all, inspired to say yes. Does this reading inspire you? Because this is what is being offered next week. There, it could possibly be a collaboration, and it's just going to come out of the blue. And so, thank you. I love you. It is done, and we will see you next week with our all signs reading. And the thing that I'm going to offer is, if you would like and subscribe to this reading, it creates a space for us to create more content. And if you are inspired by this reading, I do offer a personal reading, which is a reading that is an hour, 50 minutes to an hour. And we really just tap in to what's going on for you. And so we will talk to you next week. Thank you.